This is our tutorial on how to find and use our Leica teaching microscope with camera. You'll find it at the end of the biology lab in a cupboard labelled teaching microscope. In here is the microscope with the cover on and a tray full of accessories. And in the accessory tray you'll find the power cable for our lab laptop, the connection cable between the microscope and the laptop, remote control, some printed instructions, and also the software if you wanted to put the software onto your own laptop. This is how the microscope camera looks connected to a laptop. So we've got the spare lab laptop, which you can find attached to the first computer in the technicians area. It'll be on the docking station underneath. So we've got power plugged into the laptop, power on to the microscope, and then we've also got the USB connection from the laptop to the back of the microscope. So now all we need to do is start up the software. On the desktop of this one it's LAS Easy, and we also need to power on the microscope camera. It'll take a few seconds to connect, and when it connects you should get a green light on the microscope camera. So now we've got a green power light on and also the green light on for the USB connection. If this is not on the USB connection button, you can just simply push this button to enable the USB connection. Over on the software, if we now go to acquire in the top left corner, we should see a live image of what's currently on the microscope. This acquire tab is where we actually take the photos, but you can see there's all sorts of things that you can adjust here as well. So exposure, brightness, you can sharpen the image at this point too, and then you can also change between a still image or a movie. So taking a still image, all we do is go down to acquire image, and we've got a folder set up at the moment in G Drive, which is in the usual places: science and tech sections, rural photos, and then microscope camera photos. So you can save any images here or save them wherever you like. After you've taken an image, it will automatically open in the browse tab, but you can also go into the process tab to add and change all sorts of cool things to your image. So you can add the date and time, you can add a scale bar. At the moment this is going to show up in pixels, so that needs to be calibrated to your image. You can add all sorts of arrows and lines and text as well, so you can point out things. And down the bottom here is where you can update that calibration of the scale bar. At this stage you can also change anything about the image too, like the brightness and contrast, the colour, the orientation, cropping certain parts of the image out. One quite useful part is under the line menu here. If we click show and then add in an arrow, you can point to any part of your image and make a little arrow to label it and call it something, which appears as a label on the screen. We can also add distance lines as well, so you can measure the distance between 2 points on your image and it will automatically come up with your scale. At the moment this is in pixels still without being calibrated, and you can go back and edit any of those as well, so you can delete them or change them. You can also right click anywhere on the image and it brings up a small menu with saving, printing, and also sending to. So you can send directly from here to maybe an email recipient or a Bluetooth device or anywhere else. This is showing how to connect the microscope camera to a projector. So we've already got the microscope camera connected to the laptop as we had before, but this time the laptop is on the docking station, and the docking station is connected with its own power cable, and then the docking station is also connected by the VGA cable to the projector. In doing this, we can have a whole image projected on the projector screen. We can also change the screen layout by going to options at the top and change the image to full screen, which gives you a bit of a better view, and this means that you can then use your cursor to point out things and move around the image.